Picture this. It's the first of the month. Your paycheck just hit. And for about 11 minutes, life feels okay. Then rent goes out. Then groceries. Then the car payment. Then a few things you forgot were even coming out. And suddenly, you're sitting there staring at a number that has no business being that low this early in the month. And you tell yourself the same thing you told yourself last month. Next month, I'll save something. Next month, I'll finally get ahead. But next month shows up and it looks exactly the same. Here's what most people don't realize. The problem is not that you don't make enough money. The problem is that saving feels abstract until you have a specific target, a specific timeline, and a system that doesn't depend on you having willpower at the end of an exhausting week. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to go from $0 to $1,000 saved in 90 days. Not in theory. With actual math, actual psychology, and an actual plan, you can start today, even if your income is tight, even if you've tried saving before and it didn't stick. My name is Jack. If you're someone who feels like saving money is always the plan but never actually happens, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Let's start with why $1,000 specifically, because $1,000 is not just a round number, it's a psychological line. Below $1,000 in savings, your brain operates in survival mode. Every unexpected expense becomes a crisis. Every bill feels like an attack. Every slow week at work feels like a potential disaster. And when your brain is in survival mode, it makes short-term decisions. Credit cards, bad loans, skipping things you shouldn't skip. But $1,000 changes the math. A flat tire, a medical copay, a broken phone, a utility bill that comes in higher than expected. These things stop being emergencies and start being inconveniences. And that shift from crisis to inconvenience is worth more than the money itself. Research from the Urban Institute found that families with even $250 to $749 in liquid savings were less likely to experience financial hardship after a job loss or income disruption than families with no savings at all. Not $10,000, not a fully funded retirement account. Just a few $100s made a measurable difference in outcomes. So $1,000 is the first real line of protection. And 90 days is enough time to get there without destroying your quality of life. Here's the math. $1,000 in 90 days equals roughly $11 per day, or $78 per week, or about $334 per month. Now, you might be thinking, Jack, I don't have $334 left over at the end of the month. Fair. But here's the thing. You're not going to find $334 by being more disciplined. You're going to find it by running a simple system across 3 areas: reducing leaks, adding friction to impulse spending, and finding 1 or 2 fast income moves. Let's go through each one. Part 1. Finding the leaks. Most people think their spending problem is discipline. It's not. It's awareness, because small purchases don't feel real in the moment. A $13 lunch, a $9 subscription you forgot about, a $22 takeout order on a Wednesday because you were tired. Individually, they feel harmless. Together, they are silently draining hundreds of dollars every month. Here's what I want you to do. Pull up your last 30 days of bank or card transactions. Don't judge them. Just label each one with one of 3 words: need, want, forgot. Need is rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance. Want is restaurants, entertainment, shopping, anything flexible. Forgot is subscriptions, app charges, memberships, anything you're paying for automatically without thinking about it. Most people find $40 to $120 per month in the forgot category alone. Subscriptions they signed up for during a free trial, streaming services they haven't opened in 3 months. Apps charging $7.99 that they completely forgot existed. Cancel just 2 of those, and you've already found a portion of what you need. Then look at the want category. You don't need to eliminate wants. You need to cap them temporarily. For 90 days, give yourself a weekly spending limit on flexible expenses. A real number, not a vague, I'll spend less. An actual number, $80 per week, $100 per week. Whatever makes sense for your life. Write it down. When it's gone, it's gone. This is where it gets really interesting. Research from behavioral economists at Princeton found that simply tracking spending, even without changing behavior, reduces discretionary spending by an average of 15 to 20%. Just awareness, not restriction. Awareness. Part 2. Building the system. Here's the biggest mistake people make when they try to save. They wait until the end of the month to save whatever is left. And there is never anything left, because money without a destination gets spent. Every time. So the rule is simple. Pay yourself first. The moment your income arrives, before anything else, transfer your savings contribution out, not what's left over. The first thing that moves. Open a separate savings account if you don't already have one, not the same account you spend from. A different account. Rename it something that makes you think twice before touching it. 90-day fund. Emergency wall. Do not touch. Something that creates a small psychological barrier between you and that money. Then set up an automatic transfer, timed right after payday, even if it's $50, even if it's $25. The amount matters less than the habit, because what you're really building in these 90 days isn't just $1,000. You're building the identity of someone who saves automatically, and that identity is worth more than any single dollar amount. Now let's talk about the math again. If you find $80 per month from canceled subscriptions and reduced impulse spending, and you automate $150 per month into savings, you're already at $230 per month. Over 90 days, that's roughly $690. You're 2/3 of the way there just from plugging leaks and automating. The remaining $310 comes from one place most people overlook. Part 3, the fast $300. This is the part people skip because it sounds like work. But here's what most people don't realize. One focused weekend can cover the gap between a good plan and a completed goal. Option 1. Sell something. Go through your home and find 5 things you don't use. Old electronics, clothes with tags still on, sports equipment collecting dust, a keyboard, headphones, furniture you've been meaning to get rid of. List them on Facebook Marketplace or a similar platform. One good weekend of selling can realistically generate $100 to $300. And that money goes directly into the fund, not into a nice dinner to celebrate, into the fund. Option 2. One extra income move, not a side hustle empire. One move. Ask for extra hours or an additional shift if that's available at your job. Do one weekend of delivery driving. Help someone move. Offer to clean a neighbor's house. Tutor someone in a subject you know well. One focused weekend with one clear goal. Add $150 to the fund. That's it. Option 3. Negotiate one bill. Call your phone provider. Call your internet company. Ask one question. Is there a cheaper plan available right now? Or any promotions I qualify for? Most people never ask. And companies frequently have unpublicized options for customers who ask directly. Even saving $20 per month adds $60 over 90 days and continues saving you money long after the 90 days are over. These 3 moves combined can realistically generate $200 to $400 in the first few weeks. Add that to your automated savings and your leak reductions, and $1,000 in 90 days stops looking ambitious and starts looking inevitable. Part 4. The psychology problem nobody talks about. Here's the honest part. The math isn't actually the hard part. The hard part is your brain, because somewhere around day 20 or day 35, something is going to happen. A stressful week, a social event you want to say yes to, a sale that feels too good to pass up, a moment where you think, I've been so good, I deserve a little break from the plan. And that moment is where most people fall off. So here's what you do before that moment arrives. Write down the answer to this question right now. Why does having $1,000 saved actually matter to me? Not a generic answer, a specific one, so I stop panicking every time my car makes a noise, so I can stop avoiding opening bills, so I can stop lying awake at 2 a.m. running numbers in my head. Write that down and put it somewhere you'll see it, because when the temptation hits, willpower is not going to save you. Your reason will. There's also a rule I want you to apply for the full 90 days called the 48-hour pause. Any non-essential purchase over $30 gets a 48-hour wait before you buy it. Not forever. Just 48 hours. Because most impulse purchases don't survive 48 hours of thinking. The emotional spike fades, and you realize you didn't actually want the thing. You wanted the feeling of buying the thing. Those are very different. Part 5. What happens after $1,000? Let's say you hit the goal. 90 days from now, you open your savings account and the number says $1,000 or something close. What happens next? First, you don't spend it. I know that sounds obvious, but the moment some people see 4 figures in their savings, their brain says, I worked so hard, I deserve a reward. And the reward becomes a vacation, or a new phone, or a shopping weekend. And suddenly, the $1,000 is gone and you're starting over. The first $1,000 is not a reward fund. It is a foundation. You wouldn't build the foundation of a house and then remove half of it to buy furniture. Same principle applies here. Once you hit $1,000, your next move is simple. Keep going. The same system that got you to $1,000 gets you to $2,000, then to $5,000, then to an actual emergency fund that covers 3 to 6 months of expenses, then to investing, then to wealth. But none of that starts without the first $1,000. And the first $1,000 doesn't happen without a system. And a system doesn't start until you decide today is the day. Here's what I want you to do in the next 24 hours. Open a separate savings account if you don't have one. Set up an automatic transfer of whatever amount you can commit to right now, even $25. Pull up your last 30 days of spending and find one subscription to cancel today. And pick one fast income move you can do this weekend. That's 4 actions. None of them take more than an hour. But 90 days from now, you will look at your savings account and feel something most people never feel about money: in control. And once you feel that, everything changes, because the $1,000 is just the beginning. But you can't build what comes next without it. If this video helped you see a real path forward, hit the subscribe button, give this a thumbs up, and comment below. What is your savings goal right now? $500? $1,000? $5,000? Let me know, because 90 days from now, I want you to come back to this comment and tell me you made it. Your future self is closer than you think.